Hello everybody and welcome to the Finnish Knitting Podcaster's Christmas calendar. Today is the 9th of December 2018. It is a Sunday, so I would like to wish everybody a great second Advent as well. My name is Anne, or Anne as it's pronounced in my native Finnish, and I'm a Finn now living in Perth, Western Australia. So how did you guys go getting into the Christmas spirit watching my intro just gone? Are you feeling all nice and Christmassy and... yeah, no, me neither. But that's the reality now. I lived my first 30 years in Finland and obviously got used to the white cold Christmases. Now this coming Christmas will be my 11th in Australia, and I'm still struggling to get into the spirit. It's just not the same. It feels like everything is the complete opposite to what I'm used to. Finnish Christmas, I guess it's, well, first of all, it's cold. It's dark, it's hopefully white, it's quiet, it's peaceful, somehow very respectful. I can't explain it, but that's the word that comes to mind. It's spent indoors, eating heavy hot foods, drinking glöggi or mulled wine. Whereas in Australia, it's summer, it's hot, it's bright, it's loud, it's fun, it's we eat salads and seafood. You go to the beach. It's just a complete opposite. So I was thinking that for this episode for the Christmas calendar, I would tell you guys about what an Australian Christmas is like and what my experience of it is. And I know that there are a lot of Finns watching my channel, and probably also other people in the Northern Hemisphere, so this might be a bit of an eye-opener to the summer Christmas, what we have here. But I can tell you a little bit first about my first Christmas in Australia, my first hot Christmas. We were living in the northwestern Australia, and we decided to go to Broome for Christmas. And Broome is a little town, a very touristy town, about 1,700 kilometers north from Perth. It's in the tropics. And yeah, that was my first Christmas. It was very hot, very humid. Christmas time is the wet season in Broome. We decided to go onto Cable Beach and have a nice picnic with some cheeses and fruit and all that kind of stuff. The weather was quite windy, so I actually sewed some Christmas baubles onto a picnic blanket so that they would stay put. We had a car fridge, so I started to set up our picnic, all the cheeses on the blanket and everything. And within the first 5 to 10 minutes, the cheeses started to melt. Yes. So it was quite interesting. It was windy. We had to eat really quickly. And then we just enjoyed the beach. But it was different. It was very exciting because it was so completely different. And it was the first time that I actually wore the Christmas hat and sunglasses at the same time. And they were both needed. And of course, my husband got me this lovely Broome pearl for my Christmas present. So all in all, it was an awesome Christmas. The novelty has worn off somewhat because Christmas time, I often find that I get homesick. I guess it's because I can't get into the spirit here, so it feels like I'm really missing something that I could only get in Finland. But especially with the kids coming along, I've been really trying to figure out how to get into the spirit also here. And I think I've found a few ways. I'm still holding on to traditions, but I've just tweaked them a little bit. So yeah, I will show in this video how I've tweaked some of the traditions that I still keep doing. The Christmas tree, we put it up fairly early. So in the last few years with the kids and everything, I've actually put the tree up in November. The later part of November though, so yeah, not too early, but yeah, it's gone up in November. And I like to look forward to the Christmas and have the tree up early, and then after Christmas I want to take it down fairly quickly. So that's my my reasoning for the early Christmas tree. But yeah, I've tweaked it a bit, so it's not the traditional Christmas tree, what I'm used to, but I've made it a bit more beachy, a bit more summery. And I'm sure you will figure out how or why in the next little video that I made for you from when me and my boys were decorating the tree. Enjoy. So that was the tree done. I quite like my beachy theme. What about you? Then another really important part, I reckon, is the food, because all the smells and the cooking and also the eating, of course, yeah, it's a big part of an occasion or a celebration. And in the first years, I really tried to do the traditional Finnish Christmas Eve for the whole family, or my husband's side of family who are here. But it didn't really work out. It was, first of all, it was way too much hard work slaving in front of a hot oven when sometimes it could have been over 40 degrees Celsius around Christmas time, and then eating all the heavy hot foods, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. So I've surrendered and I've left all of that out. I still do have something that I do. One of the things, and I do this around the year because my boys love it, so I do make the rice porridge with cinnamon. And Christmas time I do it, it's usually a little dessert type of thing, and I do put one almond in the porridge, and the person who gets the almond, he or she gets to make a wish. So that's a tradition that we keep doing, and that's that's the Christmas Eve. We try and do a finished Christmas Eve here at our house, and whoever can make it, they can come along. And I always do bake gingerbread cookies with my mum's, well, it's not her recipe, but it has her name on the recipe for some reason, so Mum started to use that. And I still use the same recipe. And on the 6th of December, which is the Finnish Independence Day, I bake gingerbread cookies. That used to be our tradition in Finland because it was a public holiday. It was a great day to make the cookies. So I still bake them. I don't make the traditional cookies anymore, like the traditional shapes like Christmas trees and reindeers and stuff. I will show you in a little while how I do it. But that's a tradition that I keep doing. I have never baked ham myself, but yeah, we always have some kind of ham at Christmas. Sometimes I might make the Finnish puff pastry stars with prune jam. Prune jam or prune marmalade is a bit tricky here in Australia because you can't just go and buy the proper stuff from the shelf in the supermarket. So I've been thinking about making it myself, but I haven't done that yet. I've just used some inferior substitutes before. And glöggi is something, glöggi or mulled wine or the spiced wine is something that I always try and drink a little bit. And we're lucky that we have IKEA. So IKEA sells the non-alcoholic version, and yeah, it's easy to add your wine or whatever you want if you want it in there. And I've learned a new way to enjoy it. So here is my glöggi at the moment, and as you can see, there's ice blocks in there. And the reason being the weather again. Last summer wasn't too hot in Perth. I don't think we had any days over 40 degrees Celsius, but usually the exciting bit about Christmas here in Perth is it going to be over 40 or not? So it's hot, and hot glöggi is not really ideal. So what I've learned here is I put about half and half of glöggi or the IKEA drink, and then about half of lightly sparkling water that is flavored with maybe a bit of lemon or lime or both, and then some ice, and it's pretty yummy. It's not the same as the hot glöggi after you've been walking in the cold in the cemetery, putting candles on graves or whatever, and then you come home to a warm house, and then you warm up your glöggi and you drink it, and it just warms your insides, and it's so lovely. But this is different, and it's still the same taste, so it's still pretty good. One Santa tradition here in Australia is something that I haven't started doing with my kids because I never experienced it myself, and that is the shopping centre Santas. So towards the end of November, every shopping centre gets a Santa who will sit there till Christmas, and kids and families queue up to Santa every single day to go and take a photo with Santa. And that's what people here do. They do the pictures every year with the kids and Santa, and send them as Christmas cards or whatever. And it's a big tradition for them. As I said, I haven't done it because it's not something that I'm used to, and the kids haven't wanted to, so I'm not going to put them through that. but I will put a little snippet of my and Felix's trip to one of the shopping centres a little bit earlier, and you can see the Santa and a little bit other stuff as well. So enjoy that one. Didn't Felix's little treats look good? I've got a little question. I found it quite interesting that in July when we went to Finland, I couldn't get baby chinos for the boys anyway. So I don't think Finnish people know of baby chinos, or there's no such thing as baby chinos in Finland. So what about in your country? Do you know what a baby chino is, and can you get them? So essentially a baby chino, it's only a little, like an espresso cup full of milk froth and maybe a little bit of chocolate on top. And you can get it for free. It depends. So some cafes give it for free when you buy a normal drink, or it can cost up to two and a half Aussie dollars. So yeah, but tell me about your country. Do you have baby chinos? One last little thing that I would like to show you in this episode before I finish is the gingerbread cookies. So I baked on Finnish Independence Day, and then we decorated our cookies, and I will put the little video here and you can have a look, and then I will come and say you the final goodbyes and see you off. But yeah, have a little look how I decorate my cookies and what they look like. How did that look? It was actually quite a few years ago when I saw different cookie molds in one of the supermarkets, and I bought the pineapple and the ice cream, and then there was a diamond. And that was around the same time as when I decided to go with the beachy color theme in the Christmas tree, and I really liked it. And I've been doing it ever since. And now this year, Felix and I went to the shop and we found the crocodile and the palm tree, and I thought that would be an excellent addition to our collection. So here are the finished cookies. What's your favorite? I think I still prefer the pineapple, although the palm tree is pretty cool as well, I reckon. But yeah, delicious. What kind of bickies do you make, or gingerbread cookies? What shapes are your favorites? We will make another batch next week, and I will let the boys decorate. Finn's friend is coming over for a morning, so we'll all be decorating bickies then. But that's it. That's the quick look into an Aussie Christmas and how it differs from the Finnish one. Obviously, the Finns celebrate on the Christmas Eve, the 24th, and Aussies celebrate on the 25th, the Christmas Day. So in our house, the kids get presents twice. So there's always something on Christmas Eve, and then also on Christmas morning. But I guess it's the best of both worlds. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas time, and enjoy however you choose to spend it. And please don't stress too much. It's not worth it. It's only a day, and it comes again next year. That's it for me. I will enjoy my pineapple gingerbread cookie and my cold glöggi, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye and Merry Christmas.